This video is like completely on a whim. I just got off the bus. I'm currently walking 2 blocks to Broadway because I just forgot about this. But apparently, one of Bayonne's most historic bus companies is shutting down for good later this month. Today, maybe even the last day. There was no actual date, but it said sometime in November it was going to stop running. So I rushed out of the house. Now I'm on my way to Broadway to see, I think, maybe 1 or 2 buses that are still running. My lighting is totally screwed up. I do apologize for that. But yeah, I'm currently on my way to Broadway. Jacob is also in the area, so we're gonna try if we can at least like spot a bus. I was acting pretty ambitious. I was hoping on riding one, but given that only like 2 or 3 are currently running, there's a relatively low chance at that. So let's just try to see if we can at least see one. And mind you, there is no website for this bus company, nor is there a schedule. They just like run buses up and down Broadway, I guess. So it's really all about luck.
Later.
So after walking for like 10 minutes, we found a decent enough spot to shoot the bus. That's Jacob. He actually told me about this in the first place. So when he was in the area, I frankly panicked and rushed out of the house. I was really being a foamer. Now we're just waiting on the bus. Apparently only 1 bus is running right now, and it's probably gonna go like from uptown to downtown and back, and that'll maybe be its final trip for the day. But then again, I have no idea, since there are no public schedules or fares or bus stops, really. At least we know the route. Jacob, do you know where that bus is right now?
Somewhere. Not here.
That's
somewhere between 50th and 25th, probably.
Jacob, I'm gonna put the pick. I'm gonna put. Don't you just love rush hour?
A few moments later.
Turns out the bus is right there. It exists. I think this is like a leased knobby or something.
It is.
Oh, it's stopping here. Okay. All right, we scored probably the only Broadway bus of the night.
Only one running right now.
So the fare box said $1, but he still thinks the fares. Is it actually $205?
It says $205 under $50 for the seat.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna get it all. We're gonna get it all the way downtown. Then we're probably gonna ride it back up to 50th, and then that'll be it. So I'm pretty sure this is like a later knobby model, since it's in like the 64 series. So it has the newer seats, but Jacob, how would you describe the comfortability of these new knobbies?
Same as the Transit one.
It's the same. Yeah, well, I think Transit actually leased these knobbies to them when the older RTS buses retired. I think the knobbies actually replaced the RTSs. I could be wrong, though. There's going to be no notable scenery considering it's dark out, and Broadway is like the main shopping street, so all we'll see is like the stores. Plus, this is still a very cool. This is like a very cool company. When I first moved here 5 years ago, I saw a Broadway bus like every 10 minutes. And now it's just surreal that this is probably the last remaining one. I can't believe this is dying, man. So I'm at the front of the bus. This is all where like the public notices are, and yeah, this is just to notify everybody else that Broadway bus is shutting down for good. There's still no date when it's going to shut down, but all we know is that they're going to hold a meeting on the 13th. But that's about all we know. So apparently that was his last trip of the night.
I don't know.
We don't? So this is not the Broadway bus, but it's the 81, which is a route that I criticize all the time for being extremely slow. But like, I just forgot that it ends down here for some reason. I'll give this to Broadway bus. I mean, it was slow, and they did have like a little caution, bus is turning thing. I'll give it this. They do leave us right by the water, and the stunning Bayonne Bridge is right there. So that's a plus, and it also leaves us like right by a park with like I think a tennis ball field. So that's also another plus.
So close to Staten Island.
That land over there, that's Staten Island. I think that's like the Port Richmond neighborhood, I think. But like this body of water for all the body water foamers, this is the Kill Van Cole. Oh, Jesus! That actually scared me. I thought that statue was a real man behind me. During the rush hours, you'll see the S89 like run across this bridge. It's the only bus to do that. And if you want to see my video on that, it'll be in the description, I guess. All right, Jacob, what did you think of probably the only experience we'll ever have of riding a Broadway bus?
I think Broadway is a company that deserves to exist. It shouldn't be going under. We need to protect Broadway buses.
I mean, he is right.
With his straight face.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's kind of right, but I did read somewhere that their Entry Transit is gonna replace Broadway bus with its own route. I think it's gonna be called the 12 or something, and they're gonna be utilizing the newer buses, like the XT40s or something. That is gonna be really interesting, seeing a newer bus on Broadway, because Broadway has been using the older buses for years now.
It is unfortunate every time a historic bus company just drops and goes under. It'll keep happening, unfortunately, to the ones that still remain. Eventually it's going to happen, but it's a shame.
This might be the last private company in Hudson County. I'm pretty positive there's a few other trinkets that exist in the state, but we don't know for sure, and I've only covered so much of the state, so there's no real way to tell if this is the last private company.
It's not the last in the state for certain. I mean, you've still got Lakeland, and Lakeland's a New Jersey-based private company. But yeah, no, a lot, especially for dedicated passenger service, are going under, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, I'm glad we got to ride it before it shut down for good. So, okay, that's it for the video. Bye. So I must note that we're on our way home right now. So we just thought to note this. The 81 does follow Broadway for a little bit, but since it's transit, it's not really the actual Broadway bus. So technically, you still can ride a bus on Broadway, but not for the complete distance. All right, you can click off now.